The Honor View 10 has been released to the wild for a few months, although fairly recently here in the US. And I gotta ask the question, is it a worthwhile Android to pick up? Well, we're gonna take a look and find out. It's time for Unboxed Daily. Welcome to Unboxed Daily. I'm your host, Jason. And today we're going to take a look at Honor's latest flagship phone, which includes some AI capabilities that makes it a pretty interesting offering. If you like what you see and you want to check out more, head on over to YouTube and hit that subscribe button. If you really love us, hit that bell as well. Okay, couple of quick stats just to get you started. We are talking about a phone that is rocking either 64 or 128 gigabytes of storage, 4 or 6 gigs of RAM depending on the model that you get. It's got a 5.99-inch screen, it's rocking 18:9 display, and it's got a proprietary Kirin 970 processor rocking and rolling inside this bad boy. But you know, since I don't have one to physically show you, I'm going to toss it over to Austin Evans, who did a great review of this just a little while ago.
Take a closer look at the phone, and it's an all aluminum build with the dual cameras around back. When you take a look up front, it's a pretty close to bezel-less display. So it's 6 inches, and pretty much all you're gonna get here is just a small fingerprint sensor on bottom. But other than that, it's all screen up front. Something else you're getting is not only a USB-C port on bottom, but thankfully, we also still have the headphone jack.
I do love the fact that it's got a headphone jack. I want to keep that as part of the bodies of cell phones going forward. I know I'm in the minority here, but I do think it's worthwhile. Now, what's cool about this phone is that Kirin 970 processor. It allows it to do some really compelling stuff in the world of AI and background processes. I mean, first and foremost, though, you got to ask the question, does it affect the primary use, that is to say, the day-to-day usage of the phone itself? Well, here are the folks from Android Authority doing a quick side-by-side comparison of this phone against the OnePlus 5T, probably its most reasonable competitor out on the market right now.
Under the hood, the Honor View 10 and OnePlus 5T are packing some pretty top-tier specs. The Honor View 10 has Huawei's very powerful in-house chipset with the Kirin 970 and 6 gigs of RAM, and the OnePlus 5T has the more typical Snapdragon 835 processor with either 6 or 8 gigabytes of RAM depending on storage. Performance-wise, they're both extremely fast phones. Whether you're just casually reading emails, browsing the web, checking social media, watching YouTube, or playing games, you'll have a pretty hard time slowing either one of these phones down.
Now, side by side, they pretty much run the same. The Honor View 10 is probably going to have a slightly faster processor, the OnePlus 5T probably a slightly better GPU, but you know, ultimately, these phones both run beautifully, and the Honor View 10 has a couple of tricks up its sleeve that the OnePlus 5T doesn't. So what's the biggest trick in its bag? Namely, the AI backing the Honor View 10. See, it allows the system to learn your usage as it goes and gives it a little bit more understanding about when to run processes in the background, when to anticipate that you're going to do certain things so it knows to bring those processes up more quickly, and allows you to get some assistance when you're taking video and photo. So if you want to see the phone in its normal day-to-day usage, the folks over at Phone Arena took it for a spin and they managed to get some pretty decent photos under some, you know, not awesome, but fairly decent conditions.
And just like the Huawei Mate 10 Pro, it uses artificial intelligence to detect what you're shooting. To me, this is still kind of gimmicky because yes, it will enhance photos depending on what it is, but to me, ultimately, I wouldn't really use the term artificial intelligence in this case.
Now, granted, it's not the best phone on the market, but that AI does give you some extra capabilities that you wouldn't otherwise get from a similarly priced phone. Now, while the camera on the value of its hardware isn't as impressive as some of the other phones that are on the market right now, the AI backing this system does give you some really interesting opportunities to try some new stuff. For example, it allows you to do a type of zoom where the AI is filling in the data between pixels seamlessly and in virtual real time. So as you're zooming in, you're not getting this ultra pixelated look, you're actually getting what feels like a fully fleshed out image with some really nice detail. To check this out in person, in addition to its translation from image to text capabilities, is Linus from Linus Tech Tips showing off exactly what I'm talking about.
And you can also use the image recognition for text. So with the pre-installed Microsoft Translator app, you just point the camera at text that you don't understand, and it'll translate it instantly right on top of the image. Another cool feature is what they call image super resolution. So this basically lets you zoom super far into a picture without it getting ridiculously blurry because, and it's all back to AI again, it's trying to smooth out the pixels for you on the fly.
It's not the best phone on the market, it's not the most impressive hardware, but seeing some of what that camera and the AI combination can do, I gotta say, it's pretty impressive stuff. So while the dual cameras are only 16 and 20 megapixels respectively, you are getting the ability to actually, and in virtual real time, improve the quality of your photos depending on how and where you zoom. Combine that with a 3750 milliamp hour battery and the ability to store quite a bit of data on either version of this phone, you're getting a pretty decent offering for about a $500 price point. And that's it for this quick look at the Honor V10. What do you think? Worth getting or save your money? Either way, if you like what you saw and you want to check out more, head on over to unboxed.tv or look us up on the iOS store. In the meantime, I'll see you back here soon for more great videos from your favorite unboxers and product reviewers. I'm your host, Jason. Have a great day.